So, very good afternoon, distinguished guests. I'm very honored to be invited to the GTI Forum, Summit. I'm also very pleased to be here today amongst technologies in the GTI Summit to share ideas on 5G and the next generation of digital infrastructure to create greater impact. Let me start with a quick introduction. Singtel is not just in Singapore, but it's also not just a telco. We provide an extensive range of telecommunication and digital services to more than 770 million mobile customers, together with our subsidiaries of NCS, Optus, and regional associates like Airtel, AIS, Globe, and Telkomsel throughout the Asia-Pacific. It is exciting to be a group based in a dynamic Asia region where the forces of digitalization are transforming our economies so profoundly and swiftly. We embarked on a strategic reset in 2021 to primarily capitalize on this technology proliferation and large-scale digitalization to drive the new growth in the 5G era. This has involved repositioning and reorganizing our group to sharpen our focus and improve shareholder value by transforming ourselves from a telco to a techco. And our reset is centered around 4 strategic key pillars: reinvigorating our core business, especially with the use of 5G and to create 5G leadership, and developing new growth engines in the ICT area, which is even more appropriate in the era of 5G, where you really have to integrate telco and IT services to provide for solutions. And we have also taken advantage of data center, which is another requirement to push the growth of 5G. And finally, venture into a small area where we call digital banking business in our part of the world. Unlocking the value of our large portfolio and the quality infrastructure assets, of course, we can't create this value creation without investing in our people, and henceforth championing sustainability and investing in our people is the 4th pillar that we continue to put important attention and focus. These 4 pillars form our strategic reset strategy in the coming years. To capitalize on the large-scale digitalization underway, we are turning our ICT arm, NCS, into a leading regional B2B digital service company, where we have taken it beyond Singapore into the region, including Greater China. NCS has a presence here in Shanghai, actually, and also in Beijing, Chengdu, Shenzhen, Suzhou, Guangzhou, Hangzhou, and as well as Hong Kong. So it's been boosting its scale and capabilities to compete as a regional digital powerhouse and to help governments and enterprises to achieve their digital transformation goals. The ASEAN digital infrastructure market is another area that we're investing in to capitalize on the growing demand for generative AI, digital and cloud services. We are building a regional business anchored by our local expertise in running data centers. So besides developing the growth pipeline within Singapore, we've also started our first data center projects in Thailand and in Indonesia with our existing partners of Gulf Energy and PT Telkom, respectively. Well, these 3 projects will double our data center capacity, which will be operational by 2025, helping us to capture greater growth, further establish our position as the regional leading sustainable data center player. And this will actually fit in to the 5G transformation story very well. Of course, to fund these strategic initiatives, we have to make sure we achieve better capital efficiency. We have adopted a proactive capital management approach. In the past 2 years, we have successfully monetized and recycled $6 billion from our assets. And we expect our recent established standalone infrastructure unit that called Digital Infra Co. to better unlock latent value of our portfolio of quality assets, including our regional data center business, our satellites, and our subsea cables, as well as Paragon, which is our all-in-one platform for 5G MEC cloud orchestration, which I'll speak about in a moment. So we began to see the fruits of our labor, especially in the area of 5G. We put Singapore on the map. It's a red dot, but it's now on the map, as the first country to achieve nationwide 5G standalone coverage, right? We are small, but we play to our small advantage of having nationwide 5G coverage very quickly. Singtel has always invested in networks ahead of the curve, and 5G yet another example of our network leadership. This allows us to make Singapore a big sandbox for the world to support local and foreign companies to develop new applications that uses our fastest 5G standalone network in Singapore. So with the introduction of 5G, we have built Paragon based on our engagements with our enterprises, making it faster, easier for them to adopt 5G as a business transformation tool. I think without this platform, it's very difficult for companies to take ownership of the transformation, and working with them will allow us to expedite the adoption of 5G. So Paragon addresses enterprise need for a secure, trusted platform to seamlessly orchestrate and manage their low-latency network and edge cloud resources while deploying advanced applications like autonomous robots and AI in real time with assured service levels, but without the complexity and the cost overheads. Ecosystem partners such as Microsoft, Ericsson, and Intel have come on board since we've launched Paragon in February this year. We've been working with them and customers to drive 5G adoptions, and I'll be introducing 4 examples that we have deployed in Singapore. So in advanced manufacturing, we have deployed the world's first 5G millimeter wave powered campus network at the Micron Technologies 3D NAND flash memory fabrication plant in Singapore to support the development of a variety of digitally enabled and enhanced applications. From dynamic real-time visual inspection of individual chips to augmented reality for operations and maintenance of complex manufacturing machinery. We have also deployed 5G for Hyundai new Meta factory in Singapore that manufactures its Ioniq series of electric vehicles. Who would have imagined Singapore being a car manufacturing country? But with 5G, with the capability of a platform, you see a lot more robots than actually technicians and engineers in that factory. So Singtel 5G powers the autonomous guided vehicles and autonomous mobile robots in the factory, ensuring seamless mobility, uninterrupted high throughput and low latency connectivity to transport the car chases and the heavy equipment across that facility. Moving on to the healthcare sector, we have recently also announced with the Singapore National University Health System as a commercial customer. They successfully trialed 5G with the Azure Public MEC technology and will be using it for their holomedicine program, which will leverage on AR and mixed reality technology. This will help streamline the planning of surgical operations, improve patient education, and create a more intuitive and immersive environment for surgical training and research with 5G. And finally, in the retail sector, we have created Singapore's first 5G-enabled smart retail showcase Together with Apple's ecosystem of partners, we are helping merchants trial digital solutions that can help enhance the retail workflows, improve operational efficiencies, and create unique customer experiences ahead of their actual deployment. So these are 4 examples that demonstrate how enterprises can tap onto Singtel's 5G network and Paragon platform, particularly for high precision quality control and advanced manufacturing operations that was previously not possible. You know the old adage, if you want to go far, go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. It is our philosophy too. Partnerships have been our approach to driving 5G growth and developing our new growth engines since our strategic reset. And in particular, on the industrial applications, the business applications, this is where partnerships becomes even more important. By bringing together hyperscalers' offerings, applications, network capabilities, and hardware to enterprise customers, we can drive the next wave of 5G innovation and digitalization and go beyond the infrastructure stack to capture higher value. Such new enterprise use cases and innovative platforms, applications, and services will help us reposition for growth in the converging ecosystems of tech and telecoms. Many Chinese enterprises are moving beyond their shores into Southeast Asia. Now, if you want to expand your operations seamlessly, we urge you to tap onto our Paragon platform, which will allow you to orchestrate your network, compute, and the applications as you go about solving challenges within your industries. Here is the benefits of end-to-end visibility without operational silos and assurance on the quality of service and connectivity and compute for mission-critical use cases. We welcome our Chinese partners to collaborate with Singtel to bring the Chinese ecosystem out of China with our Paragon platform. We want to grow our partnership of ecosystem to create even richer vertical industry solutions to unleash more opportunities for industries and enterprises. To maximize 5G commercial potential, Singtel is delighted to be supporting GSMA Open Gateway, a more interconnected global mobile ecosystem, and with other telcos, including China Mobile, China Telecom, and China Unicom, to enable new digital experiences across Singapore and beyond into the region. Open Gateway will standardize access network capabilities for developers and for hyperscalers through Paragon and enable seamless universal connectivity to new and existing telco services and immersive and emerging technology. Many of us face the same challenge of an uncertain macroeconomic outlook, hyperinflation, and increasingly competitive business environment. Given this backdrop, it will be more difficult to effect changes and to get ahead if each of us tries to do it alone. That's why it's so important that we come together at the national level, at the regional level, and at global level, collaborating in as many areas as possible, harmonizing standards, approaches to enable a future that will bring even more amazing digital growth. Join us on this exciting journey to ideate, co-create, enter new markets, unlock the true value of 5G, and share the fruits of our labor together. Thank you very much.